Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. The link's on the right-hand side in case you'd like to join the open mic tonight. I guess we're going to talk about Shipwrecks and BP next week, which came out an hour or so ago. And I'll go ahead and welcome everybody. Lady Cat
Hello.
and Derpy.
Shipwrecks.
Yep, Shipwrecks. And Magic Mike. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Messing with the button wrong.
Oh. Yeah.
I
They
was
don't like
live.
they don't like that.
Well, I was live when I thought I was muted. Okay.
Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go to the let's just go to BP next week. All right. Monday we're gonna have an update for Titan Awakening, and which is a mega campaign, and Death Roll, which is a campaign to get subjugator parts and pieces and build tokens and whatnot that you can use your zealots on. And
I've got a question with those campaigns.
Mhm.
I could get the mega ship one, but why is the subjugator campaign being offered?
I don't know, because didn't they give us like free upgraded subjugators?
Yeah, they gave us some subjugators and upgrade tokens and kits for you to get the resources or something.
Yeah.
And they're not useful for. I mean, maybe some people are using one of them in a basilisk fleet, but they're really not very useful at all in anything.
They're okay, and they were okay in some of the Kickstarter employee bases, and some of the bounty stuff. I don't know that I'd use them on a real base.
I'd prefer to see something like a trencher campaign. Those have been out for a couple months now, right?
Yeah. Something we could use. But that's okay. We just don't have to do campaigns, so we can just do our pillage and our FM, which will take all of our time anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then we have the August pillage briefing, which isn't dropping what I was thinking, but we'll get into that. The August pillage features a new Everest and Praetorian target, which is sort of odd that we only got one shot at the last garrison target. We have the same target for 4 or 5 months, and then they switched it to a new one last time, and now we have yet another new target.
I'm almost wondering if this is a carryover copy paste typo from previous pillage or something like that, and it's actually the same garrison 129 as last month.
Yeah, because they're stingy with the targets. They don't like to make them, so that would be probably because it wasn't an awful target. And then was there? Because I assume if it's a combo target, it's not going to have, the freeze fields or over the top use of mountains.
Better not.
It's either going to be an Everest style target tuned way down, or a regular Praetorian target, or something like that.
Or the ships move slower.
I had no issues with my Everests in the 143. I was able to kill the ships. Okay. Sometimes you had to time it out a little bit and wait till they were turning in a certain direction or something to deal more damage, but the ships don't move very fast whatsoever.
Okay. Alrighty. And then the surprise for me is that we're getting the Capitalist Cannon for the Gladius, which is the tier 9.5 siege weapon. I'm assuming this is going to be limited, and you'll be able to earn 10 here in pillage. And then we get the surprising part is that we're getting a siege engine, the Stone Cold siege engine. I think a lot of people were expecting that this type of thing, the engine would potentially drop in the raid. So maybe we're going to get something for the Everest in the raid now.
Well, previously, in previous cycles, like the weapon for the Mutineer, the limited one, was released in the pillage before the raid, correct?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
the same thing. That's expected.
Yeah, the
And
weapon.
the engine usually came out in the Forsaken mission after the raid.
Yes.
But this time we're getting it early, so we can hopefully get 4 or 5 of them, and get your fleet completely. Get engines on all ships by VXP weekend. So I think this seems like a good move, even though I didn't expect this. But
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, because we usually get, this is probably the limited weapon, and then we would get, during the raid, we would also get a shot at the unlimited weapon and a special. So I don't know if we're going to get a second special for the Gladius,
I'm
or,
sure we will.
or are we going to get a special for the Everest, or both?
I don't know, but I wish they would tell us.
Yeah.
I haven't built my Everest completely yet because I'm kind of waiting for more information. I was waiting for BP next week, and it's thrown me for a loop because I didn't expect the Everest to be used in the current target. I'm going to be real upset if it's like the new 160 where the Everest can do it for pretty cheap and the Praetorians take hours worth of damage. So I'll try to hold back until I see the target, but we were not prepared for an Everest target, a required Everest target in August.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem, well, if you want to go to the next slide, it's going to be paired with, or click it until we get to the calendar of the PDE calendar.
Yeah, the Victoria Village, it doesn't say the Everest is. And I don't mind. I don't mind that the Everest is going to be can be used in pillage, unless the target is tuned for the Everest and not the Praetorian. That's when it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. So this is going to pair with your Punisher at this point, and yeah. So we'll see. I'm not really going to make any decisions until we see the target, but yeah. I mean, it was I wasn't expecting a new target. It would be nice if it's just sort of the same target. As where come to be expected, but because it would be odd to have a new target every month. I'm not sure if it's a bad thing, but I guess the bad thing is that if it's tuned for the Everest and not really for the Praetorian.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see, but that's my fear. Mm-hmm. So they're just, me. My anxiety just went way high because I'm not going to be ready for an Everest target.
Okay. You want to go back to the BP next week?
I don't think you're alone, Kat.
Yeah. Well, you also leave your mail outside for 3 days before you open it.
Well, doesn't everybody?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. And then we're going to get a strategy guide for the raid, which is a little less exciting. The second raid in the cycle. And pillage will start on Wednesday, and I assume ends on Sunday, as I recall. And CS Hank is replacing Corbin, and the offices are closed on Monday in Canada because of civic holiday. They're so good at naming holidays up there. So, hey KB, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Okay. Do you have any really bland holiday names in Australia?
Oh no, we have one silly one in my state for the grand final of the football.
Okay. What's
give
it
everyone
called?
nothing. It's just a day off.
Okay, all right. That would be funny if they just called a holiday the day off, but yeah.
Canada Day is the Heritage Day. Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, we have Australia Day, but
There you go.
which is probably similar to your 4th of July.
Yeah, and I guess 4th of July is sort of a bland name. It's just the name of the day.
It's just the day.
Yeah.
I guess Independence Day, but
Yeah, it is Independence Day, but yeah, because today is July 31st. We can make a holiday out of that.
Yeah, Christmas in July.
Yeah.
If you say Independence Day, I think of the movie.
Alrighty. So we've gone through BP next week. Potential fears associated with the August pillage. What else is everybody up to?
I don't know if it's going to affect us, but it looks like they have another holiday on August 17th, which is a Monday in Canada.
Okay.
If that affects us or not, I don't know. Discovery Day.
Okay. But as far as in battle pirates, is there anything that's what are people up to? Are they hitting shipwrecks at this point? Hitting useless TLCs or?
Myself, I'm just building my Everest and wondering what the heck. I ended up in a situation where I don't think I've been in ever. Is that I'm going to have too many tokens.
I'm in that situation too. I've got a week of tokens right now that I need to burn.
There you go. And my Everest is all 4 of them are almost done.
Are you going with HVR or K2?
I'm doing pretty close to your build.
That's probably a K2 then.
Yeah, and I'm keeping some in case I do have to make a change. But there's like a whole week's worth of tokens. I have all the chests, tokens full, chests full, and I haven't started the FM this week yet.
Yeah, but you also have the issue that you. What is the status of your mutineers?
They would be for just upgrades.
Yeah, but just upgrades. But yeah, that's one of the things.
But you can't use them tokens for upgrades, can you?
Well, what Hef is saying is that you should have spent, and I should have spent, this last week, upgraded my Mutineer instead of refitted my Everest, so that I didn't, so I could save those tokens.
Yes, he's
like this last week of build time. I should have spent upgrading and then used the tokens more on the Everest.
Yeah.
I can make excuses, but I probably misunderstood. And then on the other hand, I probably thought I bought the X1 upgrade, and I did not.
Well, you can always get it next raid.
I probably will. That's about the only thing I buy in these things are those because I can't stand spending the time.
Yeah.
Talking of upgrades, I've had a personal best yesterday. The offer, 47.
47
Wow.
I had 51 earlier today. I'm down to 39 right now.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, I'm at 39. Some of them are timed from when you log in, so if you don't log in for a few days, it can get pretty insane.
I log in.
Yeah, well, I log in every day, so that can't be it.
Yeah.
They change every day.
Yeah, they change every day around 3 o'clock my time. So depending on where you are. But yeah, I haven't been logging in that much because there really wasn't much for me to do because I'm in the same sort of similar situation as Jerpy and Mike talked about in regards to the fact that I'm full on tokens, full on chests.
Yeah.
Don't want to start the FM. I was waiting for actually BP next week to decide my path forward associated with the Everest. And I was like, okay, I can burn these tokens there. But obviously I'm not getting any guidance on different ways to, or future Everest technology that I could use. So, and I have 2 days left on my, on a Mutineer upgrade that will finish them up. And yeah, but
There's another. Oh, shit, I just forgot what it was. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was going to say there's another issue, and I had it clear as mud.
okay.
Game related.
Okay, I'm sure it was game related, but
Oh, here we go. 55 offers today.
yeah. And some of them appear a little bit desperate, where they're like, "Please buy gold. If you buy gold at normal price, we'll toss in a couple of build tokens."
I just remembered it.
Yeah,
And that's a really good offer. But
And it's a good offer, but if you're already full on build tokens, it's not going to be quite as tempting.
but
if you're already full, they should stack
they should
and overfill what you have. But if you buy them before the Forsaken Mission tokens, you're going to run into some issues, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm in a situation where I have my storage is way overfilled. And I hate to get rid of stuff, but I know I have to get rid of some stuff. I don't know if everybody's in that situation. But
Well, they're free fleets.
right.
Probably
I got
put
like
everyone over.
Yeah, that's what did it. And even
Because
though
there's
play
18 interceptors.
even though I don't really do much PvP, I'm still reluctant to scrap them, but I should.
Well, do you actually have? Because I have at this point, I don't really do the interceptor thing, but I have 18, 15, 33 interceptors now.
Yeah, I probably will.
I have 11 fleets of them. So, I
Oh,
mean,
12, 15, 18. I got about 18, at least 18.
I got the 18 plus 3 or 4 I already had because I didn't do them at all before this week.
Right, and I scrapped 3 of them. So the ones that I had prior, because I don't think they were. Yeah, they were.
yeah. They all went to U3. Even if
Yeah.
the ones you own, they went to U3. So if you like the builds, because I have 15 in storage, and then I have the 18 that they gave me. I mean, is there something you need to build now, or is it an OCD thing that
It's
you don't
an
like?
OCD thing. No,
Okay, if it's not an OCD thing, I would recommend, and you don't need to build anything at this point, I would recommend holding them until the point in time when there is, maybe the raid where you need all those extra resources, because each ship is 200,000 of each resource when you scrap them.
yes, and I started a portal, which just about wiped out all my res.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I scrapped a few, and now I'm in good shape. So you're right. Yeah, that's mega res.
Yeah, there's a huge.
You did better. You did better than me because I knew these were coming. So I scrapped all my current interceptors because they weren't upgraded. And I figure I'm getting new upgraded ones that are going to be better than mine. So I'll just scrap mine and get ready for it. Well, I capped out at 2 million in res. So I just threw all that res away. And then it turns out.
Oh, wait, you don't cap.
Yeah, it stops.
No, you overstack them. You overstack when you melt down ships.
But you can't overstack
over
past
2 million.
Past 2 million res? Okay.
Past 2 million res.
Okay.
It overstacked up until then. And then it stopped. So I was dumping all that res into the. It went down with the anchor.
Yeah.
So then it turns out that they upgraded your existing ships, which I didn't know they were going to do. I would have kept some of mine because of the builds on them. I figured a U3 with their build was better than a U0 with my build. So my whole planning went out the window.
But there's not much time involved with changing their builds anyway.
Well, my
They're
shipyards
very-
are busy.
Well, you can use
No,
either ship.
it only takes a very, very small amount of time
But my
to swap
shipyard is busy.
a gun or whatever. It's not a 3 or 4 day job like an ordinary ship is.
But I got a piranha going, so I can't
Yeah, well, from what I've seen of the piranhas, you may as well
cancel
drop that
it
in the
with them.
drop that.
Yeah.
They're bloody useless.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. But yeah, my planning went out the window because it wasn't communicated well, and I thought I did good by getting ready for the 18 new ships by cleaning out my dock. But I ended up in the long run, I ended up losing. So Mike, you might be annoyed, but you still ended up better.
Well, Yeah, I'm not annoyed. I'm just not sure that I'm afraid to scrap some of these things. Like, do I really need the Kixeye fleet of
Praetorians.
right? Thank you, Petrarians that they gave us. I really don't think I need it. But
I got rid of my
again,
nemesis.
yeah, do you need, like, I did scrap my silverfish.
Why'd you scrap those?
I just did.
Because you get
Why did you not scrap those?
More,
Yeah,
more,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
yeah.
Oh, I just use them for uranium.
more than 3 times I had it on the screen and almost hit the scrap button, but didn't go through with it.
What do you use to get uranium, Derpy?
I use my Mutineers in the SSRB or the Riot in the SSRB and going manually for the last gate.
Really, the silverfish aren't.
I just put it on auto though, and it's instant repairs.
I put Mutineers on the auto. I could do like 10 of them, and it's instant repair.
Why save Nemesis?
I didn't.
If you use waypoints, you can auto the SSRBs with riots.
I don't want to use waypoints.
You need 3, 4 waypoints.
I just want to hit auto.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. Oh, you went robot, lady.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if it was me or her that was going robot.
No, she was going robot.
Yep.
Not going robot.
Yeah.
Doing chores.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like 242 ships in the dock at the moment, or dock and storage.
Oh, I was gonna say, how'd you do that? Okay.
Well, that's with all the freebies.
Storage, right. Yeah.
See, virtually all my storage is flagships, nearly.
Yeah.
I've always been a little bit reluctant to scrap flagships, just purely because sometimes they have had an additional use somewhere down the track, but probably none of them now are much good for anything.
Yeah, so you still have 2 Frostburn interceptors?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think at their combat speed they're going to be worth much.
I still have my Zealous.
Well, it was the same with the Kodiaks or whatever the flag was on them. Yeah, they had a second run for a while just purely because of the buffs.
Yeah. But as far as, well, at least like the Frostburn Interceptor, it's all range based, so you would need to get that thing in range. And the combat speed, I think, is like 35 or something like that. So,
well, it'd be an interesting exercise to see what you can do with them. But yeah, I think I'll have to probably get in and start scrapping some of them.
Okay. There's 2 things I think that we can talk about. Shipwrecks would be one of them. I don't have anything to say about that.
Me neither.
Anybody have anything to say about Shipwrecks? Besides,
I have not even
a
looked at
lot of people that don't even log in the game and are getting way more points than people grinding away.
Well, I'm doing one right. I just finished one right now. Very close battle. I'm having fun doing them, honestly.
That's good.
I started out, got like 13 losses in a row, and didn't know what I was doing. I was stacking things up, and almost all the weapons are splash damage here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was losing horribly. Then I started using strike frigates and driving better and throwing on a Sea Serpent crew, and now I won 31 in a row.
Okay. It's quite the turnaround.
Yeah. So two simple things: use strike frigates and don't stack. That was quite the turnaround.
Okay. So, but there's probably different techniques with the 6 different ships. I mean,
a lot of people split them up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most ships should be split up because almost all the weapons are splash damage with a splash of like 5 or 6. various interceptors are better than others at U3. Strike frigates seem to do very well. You can also get into weird issues in the P6 and A6 with the clouds, where forcing a stalemate, and then ending up with the defender always winning.
What, you go in the clouds, and the clouds?
If I'm the defender, and I bring in a short range Bloodwing fleet, and I go in the clouds and I stop there. People either have to charge in the clouds where they get hit by my short range, or sit outside the clouds and wait. If they wait past a minute without doing any damage, enemy NPCs come in and kill us both. And when you both die, the defender wins. If I'm the attacker and I have a strike frigate fleet, or if I'm the defender, I use a strike frigate fleet. Most I kill, you can just kind of camp there and park, and most people will charge in and die. Although some higher health stuff, you have to drive a little bit and do circles. But strike frigates are pretty powerful. But there are a couple complaints I have in this event in terms of the clouds mainly.
Okay.
And the other big thing is how it started. Like I mentioned, I lost like 13 in a row at the very beginning. It's that you get instant repair if you win. So every battle you win.
Not if you lose.
Yeah, not if you lose. And this is only inside the targets, not just on the map. So every battle you win, you get better and you have more practice, and you can do another battle for free. If you lose, you can sort of get discouraged and you don't get it for free. And then you maybe try a completely different fleet, and that's completely different driving that doesn't work. So there's a very, very strong positive feedback loop of getting more practice the more times you win, and then you play more, and then you win more, and then you get better and better. Which is
it depends how some of the other players are playing it too. Like some of them might have 2 or 3 fleets floating around, and they'll knock you off before you even get a chance to engage the target.
Yeah, with the contested waters, I have seen a few people get hit in some way. Like with contested waters, I have seen people get snagged. I've gotten snagged when I lost and tried to instant repair with 2 coins, sue me, and they snagged my fleet again before I could actually engage the shipwreck target, so I didn't get instant repair on that one.
Yeah, and that's what sort of makes kicks their money.
It looks like there's like 56 players in my sector that are playing it. I haven't even looked at a target, and I just now noticed that I have a bunch of points, so I guess I only have my alliance to thank for that.
Yeah, if someone in your alliance is hitting the alliance ones, well then you'll pick up points. But
I have seen where there's been like 8 or 9, well, I don't know, a bunch of ships in the circle, mostly from, I think, my alliance, and it seems like that's a benefit. I don't play it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of people have tokens for this thing, so I'd encourage people to go out, try this thing, hit a P4 or P6, probably a P4 to start out with. Those are way less complicated, and the more skilled drivers will be in the P6s and the A6s. Try P4 with 3 strike frigates that are unstacked, and wait for people to charge you, and don't move towards them. You'll do fairly well.
Is that worth... I don't necessarily want to volunteer because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but is it almost worth a demo?
Yeah, let's. I'll see if I can pull something up and go find someone to go hit.
I really wasn't coaxing you into it. I was going to volunteer, but I don't know what I'm doing, so. Because just repair if I lose.
Yeah.
Not doing anything else right now.
And then when I do lose, I'm completely happy spending 2 coin as opposed to the whatever 11 it is to repair my Warhound fleet.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna hit one if Hefe wants to share my screen.
I don't think he's
here. Yeah, he's not.
He's on mute. So.
Well, let's go back to the tokens, extra tokens. I think I plan on spending mine on finishing out my trencher fleet.
Yeah, it's almost like build some kind of a defender fleet or something, or ship at least, to use up some of those tokens. But I'm going to waste a week's worth of tokens, it almost looks like.
Yep.
Got to figure out some way to do that. And one ship is not going to make the difference, I don't think. But I guess if they're wasted, it won't matter. Interesting.
Yeah, because we're all trying to save 2 weeks worth, 1 in tokens and then 1 in the chests for the Gladius while we're going to get in the raid.
Right. I might at least spend, like, I have 2 days left and I'll have my Everest fleet done. So I might spend 1 token so I can go get the one day that you have to buy out of the price pack 3, is it? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think I do need to spend.
I might do that.
Yeah. Price pack 2 or 3.
But that doesn't really solve the problem. It's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's happened before, but it's been a while. And then what's the other thing? Oops. Okay, he's back. I think we're gonna. Derpy was gonna do a demo on one of the.
Yeah, nice. I'm on full.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for. I just finished the battle, waiting for some more people to attack me. See if they do. I modified my fleet slightly, which took half an hour each ship, to put a cannon on my frigates instead of the regular missiles, just in the hopes of doing slightly better in close quarters combat. I'm not sure. I have 1 fleet with the missile secondary and 1 fleet with the cannon secondary. Not sure which is better. Looks like he's not attacking me again. But as far as the prizes in this event, it's all shipyard. It's all PvP stuff, and then some crews you can get from the chests and a bunch of turrets. I do want to pick up some more of these mountain build tokens, which are fairly expensive.
Yeah.
I do have one of the, let's see, chest. I got a skin for my Corsair. So you're going to get skins, crews, oil maybe, titanium. Oh, well, he's not coming back. I've had a couple issues where I've been spawning on the land in a few of these targets.
Yeah, I did see some complaints about people getting a ship stuck. Is that what you're saying, that you end up up?
Someone's coming. Yep.
Oh, he got me as it despawned. Weird.
Which I don't know if that makes a huge amount of sense, because the battle would have taken you to the despawn point, right?
No, it'll go past, but it still comes down to whoever wins gets.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if he attacked you, the battle's going to last 45 seconds. So
if he attacked me 15 seconds left, 30 seconds left, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing, 3 ships unstacked, and he's stacking up, so I'm doing splash damage to all of him. I don't have to drive really anything, and he just runs in there. I keep my ships pointed at him and he dies.
He commits suicide.
And it works even better if you've got those missiles as the secondary, because every interceptor has a primary built-in weapon, and then a secondary one you have two choices for, as well as a special that you have two choices for. I guess there's your shipwreck toast.
So do you come out instant repair then on that too?
Yeah, because I won, I instant repair, awesome. And I'm number 32 global at this point.
Okay.
I think I just passed number 1 on my sector, so there we go.
Yep. Poor Smasher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a few of these people I look on leaderboards, I'll say, yeah, this person's been driving really well against me, and we're doing that method where they use the short-range ships in the clouds that make it impossible for you to win. So, or at least with the fleet that I'm using, it counters it. Which is the clouds and the NPCs, and what happens with the stalemate is really my only complaint about this event.
Okay. So, do you want to show us this cloud thing, or?
Yeah. Give me a moment. There's shipwrecks spawn on a weird schedule, so.
Okay. Alrighty.
Here we go.
Oh, okay, we'll go back. Not a million points on the leaderboard says you can't blitz these.
Yeah, you can't blitz these. You can't grind them. So these are the clouds I'm talking about. They work like normal PvE clouds. If you hide in this little cluster, nothing else can see you. And if you wait for a minute without doing damage, a bunch of NPCs will show up and wreck your face. And you can't kill them. So at that point, the defender automatically wins in a stalemate.
So it seems like as long as you send one ship to interact with another ship, as far as collusion, as long as you guys, like, every minute go and throw one salvo at each other, you could sort of time it out for each other and, gain the points and lock up the target.
That's what people were doing prior to. They'd go in there and basically they'd just sit there and nothing had happened. And if the defender feeds came out, you could kill them pretty easy. But that was why they changed it.
I'm not quite sure on that spawning thing when NPCs come in, but they don't seem to come in if I have a long battle and I'm doing damage back and forth. But even if you just hide in the corner of the clouds right here, for the rest of the 4 minutes of the battle after the NPCs come in, they can't find you because you're in the clouds. So you just need an alt base with one interceptor, and you got 18 for free, and they're a 20-minute repair. If I go in and I have my alt base go in, or my friend or alliance or whatever, and we just hide on opposite sides of the map. I hide in the clouds, and they're just somewhere else in the corner. The NPCs will come in a minute in and kill them, and they'll die. But the battle won't end because I'm still there. I'm still alive, hiding in the corner in the clouds, so I can hold the thing for 5 minutes. Should probably check to see if anyone's got my shipwreck. I don't have a shipwreck. They can just hold it for 5 minutes, and at a 20-minute repair time for one ship.
Okay.
So I don't think this NPC cloud mechanic is very good for a few reasons.
Mm-hmm. But the name of your alt is Derpy the Cow Jr. or Derpy 2 the Cow?
It's Derpy the Calf.
That's very nice. I like that one.
I like that. That's good.
I obviously haven't hit any alt targets like this, but
well, it's against the TOS, isn't it?
No. Well, as far as having them help each other, yes. But having you're
you can have about 4 alts, I think, isn't it? For one for each platform. But if you're using them to help one of your things, well, then that's where you get into a bit of murky waters, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't that a raid, Murky Waters?
Yeah, but nobody would do that.
Oh no.
Well, there are players who, if during bounty, when getting a, you know how you get a red bubble if you're attacked 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if one of those is a successful attack, that didn't used to count towards the red bubble. So there are players who would, and they would admit this on Discord, that they would just hit someone for 1,000 points, have them pop the bubble on a random base, even your own base or whatever, hit them again, do that 75 times, give 75,000 points for 0 damage.
Yeah, well, people were smashing their ults as well.
Yeah, which is, and Kixeye should know that this is happening, but they
turn a blind eye.
Yeah, because I don't want to change the rules midstream, but yeah. So, all right. So we've covered BP next week, shipwrecks.
was there anything worthwhile that we want to revisit from the PV from the CM diary?
I didn't actually, because it dropped so late, I didn't actually turn that into slides. Well, the other thing I was thinking about is, Lady Cat is anxious with her build associated with the Everest, because it's could be beneficial to have it built Everest prior to the upcoming pillage next week. Is any lessons learned? I'm clicking on the CM diary to see if there's anything that we should discuss, but is there any lessons learned that you've had from your experimentation associated with the Everest and the current targets that we have for them?
If you want to do the current targets the best, have the lowest repair, high velocity rounds is the better special.
Okay, and high velocity.
Yeah, I've built 5 Everests, and I'm instant repair in base more often than not.
If you use high velocity rounds, you have to change a different special too, don't we?
Yeah,
Well,
if I were to switch to high velocity rounds, I need to switch my engine to be something else too,
Right.
which I don't think it's a big enough change. I'm thinking that we'll get some projectile speed from some other special upgrade, flagship, armor later on that I'm not going to change anything.
There'll probably be a new engine, I would
That's
suspect.
what I'm afraid of. There's going to be an engine.
But there's going to be armors. There's virtually going to be nearly everything, I would expect, but it's going to drop piecemeal, one piece every couple of months.
Yeah. The difference I'm seeing right now is, Derpy, you're not using armor, and I am, and it's almost like I'm getting when I was just using the one ship, I was getting about the same kind of damage as you were with armor, and you didn't have any armor.
Yeah, that'd be splash probably.
Yeah, so maybe that's not a high priority at the moment to put armor on them.
With one ship, I think I did some fairly comprehensive math, and with one ship, your damage will be reduced by about half with armor versus without, based on survival numbers.
Mm-hmm.
With 4 ships, the damage is only reduced by about 1/3 using armor versus blank.
Well, then I drove pretty crappy because the best time I got with one ship was 25 minutes.
That was about the best time I got with one ship too, but I may have hit a few more just trying to get that magic number there or something.
Mm-hmm. But that's no armor versus fully armored.
Yeah.
So I must have did something I shouldn't have done.
Yeah, doubled back somewhere, or blind bonuses weren't
done better than 25 minutes with no armor. But, okay.
Okay. I don't know. I've gone through, the Sam Diary. I don't really see much to talk about. I mean, um, I don't know. It all seems predictable. I mean, besides the fact that it appears that the August contest is going to be a drinking contest. So
I'm going to let you on a secret. I'm going to tell you what drink I'm submitting.
okay, chocolate milk. I thought you were going to go with chocolate milk.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I could go with chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Water's also pretty good. Maybe we get 2 submissions. I can go water and chocolate milk.
Yeah. Don't mix the two though. So okay. Well, if nobody has any questions from the YouTube chat or anybody wants to join, I don't really see much else for us to talk about, which I predicted, I think last week when we saw
did.
Yes. So
I think you did.
yeah. I had a lot of, Derpy was kind enough to provide us a lot of input associated with shipwrecks, but a lot of people don't want to participate based on past history and just sort of have a bad taste in their mouth associated with it. So, and upset about as far as the points payout associated with it, because you're in a in a decent sized alliance where
We actually haven't got very many alliance payouts.
Okay. Oh yeah, how many? I haven't even looked at it. How many targets are there per world?
I'm being hit. There are not a ton.
So that somebody's hitting your base because you beat them.
No, they're hitting my shipwreck again. But I think this will be an easy win.
Okay.
Got in a little late.
We'll give us that. You can do it, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
But I can't be asked.
They're running away. They're running away from me with the worst interceptor in the game. I've got arguably the best one.
Yeah, but she is a bad girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference between players who've done 150 to 100 battles and players who've done 10.
So you got to make your fleet move, otherwise, you bug it.
There are 1, 2, 3, 6. It looks like there's 10 P4s per world, probably 3 A6s and 6 P4s or something.
Okay.
So not a whole lot of targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep the numbers small, so they got the people wanting them. If there's too many, no one would be spending money.
Yep. So, all right. I don't know. I'm at a loss with what else to add in as far as what we should be discussing. So I guess we should wind things up. Unless anybody has any more questions in YouTube chat or would like to join, but I guess we're going to wind it down and see y'all on Wednesday.
Have a good one, folks. Wash your hands.
Yep. All righty. Later, people.
All righty. Goodbye.